Hello and welcome back to the channel. Today I'm trying to learn a new craft, punch needle embroidery. As a first-timer, I discovered that the process is a bit trickier than it appears in tutorials. To help you avoid common beginner pitfalls, I'll be walking you through the mistakes I made and how to fix them. I have to admit though, punching needles is super relaxing and therapeutic activity due to its rhythmic, repetitive motions, which can promote a state of flow and mindfulness, reducing stress and anxiety. The technique is accessible and forgiving. I recommend it to everyone 16 years and older to give it a shot at least one time. I picked up this adorable squirrel punch needle kit from Target. At just $5, it's the perfect way to get started and see if I enjoy the craft. My initial thought was that the yarn didn't have much quality, but despite the substandard quality and tangled condition of the yarn, I was able to prepare it for the project. First, I had to center the fabric on the loop of the frame. Then, engaging the gripper strips, I had to hold one side of the fabric, pull it down over the frame, and tighten the screw gradually until the fabric is solid and not moving on top of the frame and sounds like a drum when you tap on it. To thread the needle, you will need the special long wire threader that comes with your tool. Step 1. Thread the main shaft. Take the wire threader that came with your punch needle and insert the wire loop through the top of the needle, pushing it up through the entire hollow channel. When you see the wire coming out of the handle, it's time to feed the end of your yarn through the wire loop and pull it up towards the needle. Step 2. Thread the needle's eye. Remove the yarn from the wire loop. This time you will insert the wire loop of the threader through the small eye on the slanted side of the needle tip. Place the end of your yarn through the wire loop and pull the yarn back out. Okay, we are ready to start the punch needle now. Step 1. Make the first punch. Press the needle all the way down into your fabric until the handle touches the surface. With the needle still pushed through the fabric, flip your work over. Pull the tail end of the yarn on the back side, leaving about 1 to 2 inches of yarn, and pull the needle back out from the surface and start punching. To create the next stitch, I should drag the tip of the needle along the fabric surface a short distance, then push the needle back down completely, and I was exactly doing that, but somehow the stitches would not stick. At first, I thought my yarn wasn't cooperating because the individual plies were splitting. However, other reasons might have contributed to the issue. Once I began to rotate the needle slightly to the right, my technique suddenly clicked, and it started to work. As the needle was pulled back up, the yarn that was pushed through stays put, forming a loop on the other side. It is crucial not to lift the needle too high, as this will pull the previous loop out. Punch needle stitches should be organized by keeping them consistently close together to avoid gaps and ensure an even, full appearance. The ideal spacing depends on the loop depth, needle size, and yarn thickness, so a trial and error approach is best to find the right balance for your project. For punch needle art, you typically punch from the outside of the pattern lines and work inward. This method helps you stay within the design, ensures neat borders, and beautiful finish. As you can see, understanding something and doing it are different things, but mastery comes with practice. I promise. Moving forward, I had to learn that in order to prevent stitches from unraveling, I had to practice and remember 2 crucial key rules. Number 1, to push the needle 100% and all the way into the fabric before pulling it back out. Number 2, I had to ensure that the yarn feeding through the needle was always loose and free of tension. This will allow the needle to deposit the required amount of yarn to make the perfect loop. Okay, I have completed the tail of my project. As you can see, some of the stitches are uneven, and I missed stitches in some spots, but I plan to make more consistent loops when I begin working on the body. I just have a little bit of yarn left. That means hopefully I wasn't that far off. For the next part, unlike the all white on the original picture, I'd like to add some shading with the same yarn and colors that came in the package to give my squirrel more depth. With all that being said, let's finish this project. I decided to punch needle the eye and nose first. I thought it would be easier to complete the small details before filling in the larger head area. I also gave the acorn a different texture by using larger loops to make it stand out. Here we go. This turned out to be okay and better than I thought it would. I definitely see that I progressed towards the end of the project. Finally, for an exceptionally soft and velvety finish, the optional step is to snip each loop with a sharp pair of scissors. This last step is more intensive and time-consuming and often missing in tutorials. I just want to go all the way and see how my finished project will look like. Here we go, my sweet art fam. My first pass at this project was not that bad. I'm really happy with how the squirrel's textured fur turned out. This was just a practice piece, so I decided to skip the background this time. Can't wait to show you all the next project. As I said earlier, everyone should try this at least once. I found it to be very relaxing and therapeutic. Till next time, see you soon.